that the BJP voter wasn't enthused about being in partnership with the Janata Dal United. If you see the upper caste vote share, whether it is the Banyas, the Bhumihas, the Rajputs, the Brahmins, who typically would in a Lok Sabha election 75–80% vote for the BJP, in this election the NDA has bagged only 64% of the Banya vote, 51% of the Bhumihar vote, 54% of the Rajput vote, 62% of the Brahmin vote. Compare and contrast this with the consolidation seen amongst the Muslims or the Yadavs, where as far as the Yadav votes are concerned, the Gadbandhan picked up 83% of the vote. 8 out of 10 Yadavs voted for the Gadbandhan. Whereas, if you go back to 2019, in May, the same post-poll study done by Axis May India shows 40% of the Yadav votes in Bihar went to the BJP. 40% of the votes went to the BJP and the JDU. Which means from there, they have lost 20% plus of the Yadav vote that came, which in this case, because you got a Yadav candidate who could be chief minister coming for them, if you come amongst the Muslims, 79% of the Muslims have said they voted for the Gadbandhan. So the kind of massive consolidation seen amongst the Muslims and the Yadavs hasn't been seen amongst the BJP's traditional voters.
And there I think Tejasvi should thank Lalu. You know, today we are saying he's learned from Lalu's mistakes. Ek hai, Lalu ka wo MY vote tha. You know, let's be honest, that old legacy. Man, you know,
that's
whether जब भी आप लालू को कोसते हैं, it's his legacy to his son. कुछ तो अपने बेटे को दिया, बेटे को MY वोट दे दिया, 30% तू ले ले और वहां से तू शुरुआत करने लगे.
देख लीजिए, just compare Chirag and Tejasvi, right?
Yes.
Ram Vilas Paswan didn't leave him a kind of vote bank which Tejasvi gets from Lalu Yadav, right?
Yes.
Chirag, in fact, initiated the attack on Nitish Kumar, which Tejasvi picked up and went into the campaign. So without that base, what you are saying is right. Tejasvi would not have managed to do.
So I think, you know, the MY base plus economic distress plus Tejasvi's, you know, has been able to hit at Nitish Kumar. He's become the magnet for this anti-Nitish sort of crystallization. Has crystallized. 31 years old. You know, look at how politics can transfer. Pawan Khera,
he grew up at
you know, one of the caveats though, and I will keep caveat because this is an exit poll, is Congress. 139 to 161, you should be okay. But if it gets any closer, is the Congress the Kamzor Kadi? Pawan Khera, you are contesting 70 seats, and I will tell you, RJD people have told me off record, बहुत दे दिया. 50 से ज़्यादा कांग्रेस को नहीं देना चाहिए था.
Rajdeep, you see our strike rate and you'll realize that our strike rate is going to be much better than the previous election, 2015. I want to make an observation here on your show. There are 3 BJP spokespersons. Each one of them here, Rajat Sethi, Swapanda and my friend Nalin, are blaming the ally. Why this ally shaming when you lose an election? When you win the election, it's because of Mr. Modi. But when you're losing an election, quickly Nitish Kumar is dumped. That's not very fair. It's not, on my part, I don't need to interfere there. But it's not a fair deal. It's not a fair deal to make against Mr. Nitish Kumar. After all, he's...
No, Nalit Kohli respond because Mr. Modi did a lot of rallies in Bihar. He spoke of Article 370, China, Galwan. Maybe these are not the issues in a state election. We saw it in Maharashtra. We are seeing it here again.
First, the word against the JDU. So I think that needs to be corrected on the record, or Mr. Nitish Kumar on this show or on any other show. We stand by our ally, and I say it unequivocally. And the second is the formula that Mr. Khera is pointing, that all the credit goes to Mr. Modi, but the blame will go to the ally. That's actually the Congress and the first family formula. Always the first family, or in this case, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, is given all the credit, but the blame is always organizational. So I think Mr. Khera was inadvertently pointing a reflection of his party onto us.
Javed, you want to respond? No, Javed, you want to respond to that? Do you believe that this is about Nitish Kumar and therefore it's unfair to, in way, see this in terms of Mr. Modi's government?
Look, boss, we shouldn't, label this point too much. That it's all about Nitish Kumar. The Prime Minister also bent his back.
The double engine.
Yeah, did double engine, triple engine. जो लोग जय श्री राम और भारत माता के खिलाफ हैं, but what happened? The underlying,
if these numbers hold.
Obviously, everything depends on these numbers hold.
Yes.
The one underlying message is that the Prime Minister cannot be depended upon to pull the chestnuts out of the fire every time. Okay?
But there is another message.
There are limitations to what he can do, and therefore it's a great myth to believe that he's this all-conquering hero who will be able to win you every election. He will not.
Okay.
There is enough empirical evidence.
There is another message, Swapan Das Gupta, that emerges from this verdict, and that message is this: that if you say that the opposition needs a strong leader like a Lalu Yadav, and because Lalu is not there, the opposition is weak, this exit poll seems to suggest that much more than the face, it is the performance of the government that voters care about most. And if they're not happy with the performance, if they seek badlav, neta kahin se bhi khada ho jata hai. Anybody can become a leader in a short span of time and emerge as this face, and then you can keep reading meaning into what he did and how brilliant it was. Whereas the fact is that the voters were seeking change, and at the national level that essentially means that just because right now you don't see a face doesn't mean that there will not be a face. People will judge the performance of the government, and if they don't like it, some face or the other will emerge. That's what this exit poll seems to suggest. Would you agree, sir?
Of course, that is inevitable in a situation because politics was a vacuum. I think that it was quite clear that there was a measure of anti-incumbency in Bihar. And naturally, anti-incumbency tends to focus and crystallize around one person. You know, he becomes less popular. I wouldn't say Nitish is a hate figure. Certainly not. That's not the case. But I think there's a feeling that there's a fatigue factor with Nitish Kumar. And that was partly because of various things. It could be because of his own style. But here the larger question is, if there was an all-round anti-incumbency, we would certainly not see the BJP having a better strike rate, which is what your polls would like to indicate.
Right.
If the BJP has a good strike rate, then it does not suggest a generalized anti-incumbency. It does suggest a certain degree of wariness or disquiet over the leadership of Nitish Kumar. Therefore, I think these figures are very, very complex. In Jharkhand, for example, it was quite clearly understood that there was not really an anti-incumbency, but there was certainly a very profound move against the then Chief Minister Raghubar Das.
One concedes this PM.
There's no sort of sweeping generalization which can be made from these election results. I think each of them have their own dynamics, and certainly, but I would agree with Javed on one question, that I think it would be facile on the part of the BJP to believe that if they ever get into difficulties, that Mr. Modi must come and really pull the chestnuts out of the fire. I don't think that situation is unfair to Mr. Modi, and I think it's also a wrong strategy.
Okay,
I do believe the critique that this time the NDA campaign banked disproportionately on Narendra Modi. And I think that was wrong.
Okay. Let's be clear, it was not just Mr. Modi, there was the entire armada of the BJP which was there, minister after minister, and on the other side you had Tejasvi. So it was a very strong center-driven campaign, almost to boost up Nitish. And remember, the Prime Minister made it a point that in all his rallies, he would have Nitish there with him. Good point to turn to KC Tyagi, Lieutenant of Nitish Kumar, JDU leader, old leader of the JDU and indeed the socialist movement before that. Tell me, Tyagi ji, क्या हो रहा है बिहार में? Something has gone wrong. Do you blame Nitish Kumar for these numbers, or do you believe ये double engine जो हुआ है derail हो गया है?
देखिए राजदीप जी, अगर मैं आपके सारे जो आए हैं रिजल्ट उनको मैं सही भी मानूं, तो भी मेरा ये मानना है कि एज ए पॉलिटिकल एक्टिविस्ट विद पॉलिटिकल कन्विक्शंस आल्सो, ये हार जीत चुनाव का हिस्सा है, नंबर एक। नंबर दो, नीतीश कुमार से ज्यादा बेहतरीन लोहिया कर्पूरी ठाकुर की लीगेसी का कोई भी सोशलिस्ट लीडर देश के अंदर नहीं है, हारें या हम जीतें। नंबर तीन, हमें अपने 15 साल में कोई ऐसा काम नहीं किया जो बिहार की जनता के लिए अपमानजनक हो। नीतीश कुमार पे ना तो एंटी इनकम्बेंसी के दौरान एक भ्रष्टाचार का आरोप नहीं लगा, इनकम टैक्स की रेड नहीं हुई, उसका डिस्प्रपोर्शनेट के मुकदमे नहीं चले।
तो
नंबर 4, अगर
इसके बावजूद हार रहे हैं, इसके बावजूद अगर ये नंबर सही है तो हार रहे हैं, और ये उन पर एक आरोप लगता है कि नीतीश कुमार अब कुर्सी कुमार बन गए हैं, केवल कुर्सी के लिए किसी के साथ भी जा सकते हैं। ये कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी का नाम लेकर एक अलग जमाना हो गया।
नहीं राजदीप प्लीज देखिए, बेइंसाफी मत कीजिए। नीतीश कुमार ने जिंदगी में सिर्फ एक बार 1915 में ये काम किया है। हमारे मित्र इस समय है नहीं, रामविलास जी ने कितनी बार किया है? कौन सी पार्टी है, नेम वन पार्टी जो पॉलिटिकल अलायंस चेंज नहीं करती है? मेरे मित्र बैठे कांग्रेस पार्टी के, आप भी वहां के रहने वाले हैं, आपने सारे महाराष्ट्र की पॉलिटिक्स को देखा 50 साल में। क्या कांग्रेस का और शिवसेना का अलायंस ये सिद्धांतों पर आधारित है? कौन सी कुर्सी? नीतीश कुमार
पर त्यागी जी
जब फिर क्यों हार रहे हैं?
त्यागी जी, ड्यूरिंग द कोविड क्राइसिस नीतीश कुमार लॉक्ड हिमसेल्फ अप। पीपल कंपेयर विद योगी आदित्यनाथ। वो बस बार बार रिस्पोंडेंट्स ने सर्वे में बोला योगी आदित्यनाथ बस भेज के हमारे माइग्रेंट्स को वापस ला रहे थे, नीतीश कुमार ने बोला कि माइग्रेंट्स वापस मत आओ। Was that a catastrophic error of judgment? Instead of helping the migrants who were in distress, Nitish Kumar, on account of the weak health infrastructure in Bihar, उन्होंने बोला आप मत आओ वापस। The people didn't like that.
राहुल जी, WHO की गाइडलाइंस थी, प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने देश को 7 बार संबोधित किया कि जो जहां है वहां बना रहे। उसी तरह का नीतीश कुमार जी ने कहा है कि फिलहाल जो जहां है वहां बना रहे। लेकिन मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूं कि रेस्पेक्टिव स्टेट्स जहां पर प्रवासी भारतीय जहां से निकाले गए हैं, उन राज्यों की सरकारों ने क्या किया? आज अगर हम असफल हैं तो सारे दोष हम पर हैं। शिवाजी टर्मिनल पे क्या हुआ था राजदीप? दिल्ली में आनंद विहार में क्या हुआ था? वहां की राज्यों की सरकारों ने 1-1 लाख लोगों को ला करके खड़ा कर दिया। द वे दे वर बिहेव्ड ऑन द प्लेटफॉर्म, द वे दे वर बीटन बाय द पुलिस ऑफ महाराष्ट्र।
त्यागी जी, आप मानेंगे कि जो बॉडी लैंग्वेज थी नीतीश कुमार की, अमूमन ऐसा लगता है कि लोग उनको ताली बजाते हैं, उनकी तारीफ करते हैं, उनको अच्छा लगता है। इस इलेक्शन में जहां जहां गए उनकी हूटिंग हुई, लोगों ने उन्हीं की सभा में उन्हें भला बुरा कहा, बार बार वो इरिटेट हो गए। कई सभा में उन्होंने कहा जाना है जाओ, वोट देना है तो दो, नहीं देना तो मत दो। कहीं पर भी उनके बॉडी लैंग्वेज से, उनके बात करने के तरीके से लग ही नहीं रहा था कि वो खुद मान रहे थे कि वो जीत रहे हैं।
देखिए, कोई भी, मैं आपसे फिर कह रहा हूं, बहुत अम्बली आपसे कहना चाहता हूं, नीतीश कुमार की लीडरशिप में हम जनता दल यू चलाते रहे हैं। 45 साल से हम उसको जानते हैं। 2 दिन नहीं है कि उसने राजनीति से 2 दिन के लिए आराम के लिए भी समय मांगा। आप नीतीश कुमार जी का कह रहे हैं, जो राजकुमार हैं आपके ओथ लेने वाले, वो 2 महीने तक दिल्ली में ही रहे लॉकडाउन के अंदर। उनसे कोई जनता ने क्यों नहीं पूछा भाई आप 2 महीने क्यों नहीं आए?
आपकी बात त्यागी भाई, आपकी बात बिल्कुल, त्यागी जी आपकी बात सही है। फिर ये अगर ये आंकड़े सही निकले, क्या वजह है? कुछ तो वजह होगी कि जिस व्यक्ति को आप कह रहे हैं कि कल का ये कौन 31 साल का, इसके पास कोई अनुभव नहीं है, ये जंगल राज की विरासत आगे बढ़ाएगा, अगर उसको इस तरह का मैंडेट मिल रहा है, वजह क्या है? क्या लोग बदलाव चाहते हैं? थकावट है? गुस्सा है? क्या है?
अगर ये बदलाव है तो मैं बदलाव का हाथ जोड़ करके स्वागत करता हूं, बट दिस इज मोस्ट अनफॉर्चुनेट। बदलाव जो है वो डिसास्टर, एपिसोड, अनार्किज्म, इससे भरा हुआ है। कई बार होते इस तरह के।
No, this is a real fear. Now, this is a real fear. Tyagi is absolutely right, because in 2015, when the RJD won Pawan Khera, there was a lot of problems that Nitish Kumar faced in running the government with the RJD. He was used to running it with the BJP. Suddenly he had Lalu Yadav and others in the RJD calling up SPs directly, and some of these conversations happened when we were sitting over there, so we privy to some of this. He's seeing calls going, and that was not okay with him. Now, if that is what happened in 2015, what is the guarantee that the RJD, with the legacy of Jangal Raj, which Lalu Yadav left the people of Bihar with, would run a government this time if these polls hold differently from what Lalu did?
It's the old theory, Rahul, which is that if you have decided to remove someone, it doesn't matter who's on the other side.
I'm talking about the future.
You know, it will, of course it will. Tejasvi Yadav will be on test. Look, Tejasvi Yadav will be on test once you come to power. But today, I think, if our numbers are, people said change. हमें ये नीतीश कुमार बहुत हो चुका, whether it's for Afsar, Afsar Shahi. When today Manisha Priyam is telling me that even the women voters are angered or disenchanted. I think it's disenchantment. You know, 15 saal we use word like fatigue, we use anger.
Women voters much less than men.
I must be fair.
The level of anger amongst men much higher than the level of anger amongst
I must be fair to my friend Mr. Tyagi. Nitish Kumar first 5 years did a lot for law and order in Bihar. Let's be clear. Women could go for night shows. 2010 to 15, roads, which was partly because of center and national highways, electrification, are big contributions. Nitish Kumar has worked hard.
But then what? He failed on employment, industry.
Rahul,
he ran out of steam.
EBCs, he gave 20% reservation in panchayats. Then he gave women. Bihar is not an easy state to govern. Let's be honest. I think we have reached every politician reaches a certain point where, Rahul, you are right, expectations may change, but just governing Bihar for 15 years.
Rajdeep, there was something called the Bandyopadhyay Land Reforms Commission report on the table of the JDU at the beginning of its second term. It deterred. Remember, Bihar is different from all other areas because of permanent settlement. The place where biggest landless labor exists, the place where the average share of land holdings is less than an acre.
I agree with you,
Nitish knew all this.
I'm asking you about the third term, and maybe since Tyagi ji is
No, he deterred on the economic agenda.
No, 2015 to 2020.
So what of the socialist legacy?
Ma'am, look at 2015, and maybe Tyagi ji you can answer. 2015 to 2020, which is the term on which he's being judged now. For first 2 years, he was with the same Tejasvi, who today you are accusing of all. You spent 2 years with Tejasvi. Without explanation, you ditch him. So the Muslims and the Yadavs are, particularly the Muslims. Remember, Nitish used to get some of the
Rajdeep.
देखिए मुसलमान जो है पासबंदा मुसलमान जो है आपके खिलाफ हो गया है जो एक समय आपके साथ था जिस तरह से 2 साल तो आपके उसमें चले गए फिर आप नरेंद्र मोदी के साथ अलाइन करते हैं उसी मोदी जी के खिलाफ जिसके खिलाफ नीतीश जी ने एक मुहिम छेड़ी थी. And let us be honest, there is no love lost between Nitish Kumar and Narendra Modi. I want you to be honest, Tyagi ji. I don't think Mr. Modi has any great love for Nitish Kumar. Let's be honest.
राजदीप जी, मैं एक दिन के घटनाक्रम का चश्मदीद गवाह हूं. बहुत संक्षेप में 1 मिनट से भी कम समय में मैं कहना चाहता हूं. 1-1.5 साल तक जो हम लोगों ने राज किया, जब उनके यहाँ रेड हो गई, ईडी की हो गई, सीबीआई की हो गई और दिल्ली के अंदर 500 करोड़ रुपए के आसपास के 6 फार्म हाउस कन्फिस्केट कर लिए ईडी ने. मिनिमम और मैक्सिमम जो मैंने पार्टी की तरफ से बयान दिया वो ये था कि कम से कम ही मस्ट कम क्लीन ऑन दिस इश्यूज. जब 2 हफ्ते तक उसका तेजस्वी यादव का एक भी बयान नहीं आया, मुख्यमंत्री इंतजार करते रहे कि कम से कम मेरा डिप्टी सीएम आकर के परिस्थिति बता दे कि किन परिस्थितियों में ये हुआ है, चूंकि उनके नाम के भी फार्म हाउस कन्फिस्केट हुए.
तो फिर
तो राजदीप
आपकी बात अपनी जगह सही है, लेकिन उसके बाद क्या करते हैं नीतीश कुमार? उसी नरेंद्र मोदी जी के पास जाते हैं जिनके खिलाफ उन्होंने मुहिम उठाई थी, जिसके नाम पर उन्होंने एनडीए छोड़ी थी, जिनको वो डिनर पर भी नहीं बुला रहे थे 2009 में. ये देखिए जनता, आप जानते हैं बिहार की जनता बड़ी जागरूक है.
नीतीश कुमार को आइडेंटिटी क्राइसिस हो गया.
बिहार की पब्लिक जो है त्यागी जी, ये पब्लिक है, ये सब जानती है अंदर क्या है बाहर क्या है. नीतीश जी की छवि को नुकसान पहुंचा है या नहीं, ये बताइए.
वही मोदी जी, वही नीतीश कुमार जी जब 2019 में इकट्ठे मिलकर लोकसभा के चुनाव लड़ते हैं तो एक भी सीट आरजेडी को नहीं मिलती है. व्हाट इज दिस?
ट्रू,
ये भी है.
श्योर.
और फिर मैं ये कहता हूं आपसे, अगर ये जनता का फैसला है, सर माथे पर हम बैठेंगे, बातचीत करेंगे, सलाह मशवरा करेंगे, लेकिन नीतीश कुमार के पार्टी का अध्यक्ष होने पर और उसके नेता होने पर हमें आज भी घमंड है. वी हैव नो रिग्रेट that he is our leader and he will continue to be our leader.
I want to spend a moment
what may be the results
dissecting how the migrant laborers of Bihar voted. Remember,
Very
30 lakh plus migrants came back.
Excellent.
Ours was the largest sample. We spoke when we asked people during the survey, are you a laborer? And the respondent said yes. Then the next question was, क्या आप पहले दूसरे शहर में नौकरी करते थे? When he said yes, he was identified as a migrant laborer. And this is the first time we are putting this data out. Amongst the migrant laborers who were sampled across the 243 constituencies of Bihar, 37% said they'd vote for the NDA, 44% said they voted for the Gathbandhan. Now, what is significant in this, Manisha Priyam, is because each of these migrants came back in distress and causing distress to their families because the remittances were no longer coming in, they spread a sense of despair and doom and fueled the anti-incumbency that was prevailing in the state.
I mean, this is absolutely spot on. The numbers are much higher than 30 lakhs. And each one of them, when we say came back, look at the conditions under which they've come back. I have written consistently now 3 op-eds in 3 newspapers where people have told me at the junction of the Uttar Pradesh and Bihar border that there are people who walk 10 days.
Yes.
And ultimately, the local castes, across castes, RJD, BJP, JDU people got together and they opened tents where they were doing chuda, dahi, gud, bhojan, and there were people who were serving food 24 hours. So there is a local knowledge now that is saying, look, this is the distress we've been through. Why did the state not respond to us?
Now,
And,
you think that was,
you know,
that was the key? The migrant, the fact that the state didn't
No,
respond?
suddenly, no, but Rajdeep, why I'm saying this is, the BJP was doing polling constantly. They were picking up a certain
Yes.
picture. Then the lockdown happened, so the polling ended. Something happened between the time the lockdown started and the lockdowns ended where the game changed. And the game that changed is that because of joblessness, because these migrants are coming back, in that small household in rural Bihar, and remember 83% of the seats in Bihar are rural, only 6% are urban, the others are semi-urban.
Yeah, and it's
they're
not-
spreading gloom.
Yes, and Rahul,
Yes.
you're right. It's not just the migrant labor who came back. You know, when they related their ordeal, the kind
ordeal,
of problem.
yeah.
I'll tell you, my village is right on the border with Bihar. If you cross the river, you're into Bihar. There were people there sleeping in the fields at night. You know, the Bihar state government blocked the highway, the bridge that connects.
And many were
UP
coming
to-
back from UP.
Yeah, so, you know,
the
they
message
had
was
to-
योगी आदित्यनाथ ने बस दी, हम वहां तक आ गए, फिर हमें बॉर्डर पे छोड़
You know,
दिया.
अगर योगी आदित्यनाथ को लोग पैदल भी चल के गए, you know, फिर वो लोकल किश्ती हायर करते थे, बोट्स हायर
I am
करते थे,
not
they
denying
crossed.
I'm not denying any of this, but yes, go ahead, Rahul Verma.
I think you have to realize this, that in the 3rd term of Nitish Kumar, there is no single policy that you can remember.
That's what I'm
right?
saying.
If you think of 2005 to 10, roads, electricity,
Law and
women, rule of law, everything. So in the 2nd term also, a lot of policies came up.
Electrification.
In the 3rd one, nothing came up.
नहीं,
Even our-
जल से नल जो है, which is saying that नल से जल
Will take time.
will take time. It's not going to happen overnight.
But here, go on.
And even in the data which Axis has shared is basically why have you voted for RJD or MGB? It's about विकास कार्यों पर ध्यान ना होना या we need परिवर्तन. It's not about just the economic distress or
Can I though ask all of you for an X factor? I'm sorry to say, because you know, while we are enthusing in all our surveys, you know, this is an exit poll. Could something go wrong? Pradeep is not with us, but let me ask.
We'll call him after a break.
We'll call him up, but is there something, Sandeep Shastri, that you would like to tell us? Please be careful, cautious. Could it be the LJP being overestimated? Are we overestimating the Congress? Are we overestimating the anger against Nitish? What do you think could be an X factor?
I think we are not overestimating or underestimating any of the points you said. My only word of caution would be, is the Gathbandhan able to get together the entire anti-establishment vote? Is the anti-establishment vote fully going to the Gathbandhan or part of it going to the third force? This is, I think, an X factor we need to watch out for.
So you're saying fragmentation.
And
Remember,
the
we are saying 7% to 7% to Chirag and 7 to others. So we are saying 14%. If that 14% goes up to 17, 18, Rahul, then we are in for a, then we are in for an exciting election. So that's one. Rajat Sethi has That's the one thing you're hoping for.
No, that is one. The second thing is the 100-odd seats, which have 30 have gone to, I think, the communist parties, and 70 have gone to Congress. How would their strike rates be is going to be deciding which way is this narrow margin going to decide?
If these exit poll numbers are correct, Tejasvi Yadav on the 10th of November will be the second youngest chief minister India has had. In 1967, it was M.O.H. Farooq in Puducherry, who at the age of 29 became chief minister. In Bihar, you have Satish Prasad Singh, who's been chief minister at the age of 32. You had Jagannath Mishra at the age of 38. Tejasvi is 31. He would be the second youngest chief minister. Praful Kumar Mohanta became chief minister of Assam at 33.
I thought Praful, if you had asked me a quiz question on a quiz,
Oh, I should have done a quiz instead.
I would have said
I should have done a quiz instead.
When I first heard you say this, my first mind went to Prafulla
We could have
Mohanta.
checked the GK of our
from the
pundits.
college campus straight to chief minister's bungalow.
That's
For
right.
those of you who don't
So Prafulla Mohanta would have been my choice for that. But yeah, interesting.
Pema Khandu currently is youngest at 36.
Okay.
In Arunachal Pradesh.
How many fathers and sons have been chief ministers across the
No,
country?
this would be the first time 3 people in one family have been chief ministers.
That's a good question.
Farooq Abdullah, Sheikh Abdullah, Omar Abdullah.
Second time?
This is now Lalu, Rabdi and Tejasvi. So 3 people from the same family, second time in India's political history, would be chief minister if these exit polls are right.
Excellent 2 trivia questions. I'm sure nobody in the audience got this. This is a good one. How many people, 3 people...
No, I'm not hosting news. He's the quiz master.
No, these are things that completely fascinate me about Indian politics. And as I said, I don't know what will happen on the 10th. But every time I think about this, I remember Lalu Prasad between 90 and 95. I still think, you know, Tejasvi has surprised us with his charisma at meetings.
Yeah.
He's able to connect with the audiences. Maybe the father's blood is there. And as I said, he will have to thank the father for the MY combination. The rest, of course, to the credit of Tejasvi, he's built on that.
There are multiple fascinating data points that are still left, which we haven't put out on our poll. This is far and away the most credible post-poll study that's been done, because we've gone down to every single seat spoken to respond.
Abhi, you see, viewers are very sharp. They're saying, well, not entirely right. They're saying, well, India's had 3 prime ministers from the same family. Nehru, Indira, Rajiv. Yes, you're right. But what prime minister, mere dost hai, chief minister, as Rahul said, Sheikh Abdullah, Farooq and Omar, and now possibly, please remember, it's only an exit poll. Possibly.
No, if it's wrong, we need to pack up, shut our phone for 1 week, go off to the Himalayas and not surface.
I think we should tell our audiences, an exit poll at the end of the day picks up a trend. And when I look at the poll of polls, they've clearly picked up a trend which shows, and it's not just us. I think except for one poll, everyone has picked up this trend. Some have been outliers with 180 seats. So I think we can be reasonably confident, but polls need to be seen as a serious exercise, which is what we give you this data.
But I agree with Rajdeep, because what they pick up is the trends on issues, on personalities. You may get the odd seat wrong, but what it picks up is the direction, and the direction is very clear. People in Bihar have voted for Badlav. There is no question about it. Now, what extent that Badlav wave went, we'll deal with that when we come back on the other side of a quick break. Stay with us. Back in a moment.